Hello, my name is Zach Lavone, also known as Captain Zacchavius, and I am the creator of a card game called Your. This is a hybrid digital and physical trading card game, and I've been working on it for a little while, and this video is to kind of give you a brief intro to how the game is played and sort of high level core concepts of the gameplay. Now, before I get into the game itself, I have a few sort of disclaimers to talk about. The first one is that some of the artwork that you're going to see, or actually almost all of the artwork that you're going to see, is generated by a AI image generation tool called DALL-E 2. It's an amazing tool. I really enjoyed working with it. I was blown away by the quality of the images that came out of this program, but this art is not usable in commercial use. So I will not be able to sell any of the art that's on these cards, or any of the cards with this art on it, but I'm just using it as basically a placeholder for my art as I'm prototyping the game and working on the gameplay. Eventually I will have real artists that draw all the artwork on my cards, but I can't have them do that until I know what the cards are. So this is just to play with and make it a little bit more visually appealing to my playtesters and myself while I'm playing and that sort of thing. The other thing that I'd like to acknowledge is the visual kind of graphic design of these cards. Very rudimentary early prototype. This does not represent the final product in any way whatsoever. Again, this design is just for me to play the game with, and I'm not trying to showcase the artwork at this point, obviously, or the visuals or anything, just the gameplay. Now you'll notice that the visual design of these cards looks very similar to another card game that's previously existing, Magic the Gathering, which if you're watching this video, you've probably at least heard of it. And this is not really meant to be in any way representative of a final product. I want the visual design of the game to definitely have its own unique look and feel, and it will definitely evolve that way once I get further along and perhaps I have the resources to hire a skilled graphic designer, art director, etc. So the cards do look a whole lot like Magic cards right now, and that was sort of an intentional choice just because I wanted it to be familiar to the people playtesting, to get used to the game mechanics, and having it sort of read like a Magic card, I kind of felt like was a shortcut to getting to that point. So you'll notice that's what they look like. Yeah, without further ado, we can talk a little bit about the cards themselves and how the game is played. Basically, in Your, you control a kingdom, and your kingdom has been inexplicably linked through something called the Nexus, which is like a portal to one or more other kingdoms represented by other players, your opponents. And these portals, the Nexus, is something that threatens the stability of your world. And the only way to save your world is to stabilize the portal and close it. And the way that you do this is with treasure, but only treasure from the other side. So your goal as a player is to capture treasure from your opponent's treasury, bring it back through the portal, and use it to stabilize the Nexus. Now the gameplay plays out somewhat similar to Magic the Gathering and at a very high level, but there are some key differences. What you will do throughout the game is build your kingdom, which powers your economy, right? So there are kingdom cards. I have a few of them here. And you will build 3 different regions of your kingdom: an east, a west, and a north region. Each of these regions will have their own biome that you choose, Biomes in my base set are going to be seaboard, that's a water-based biome, cityscape, forest or wilderness, I haven't decided what I'll call it yet, I think wilderness, and desert. So those are the 4 biomes. Each region can only be one of those, and you can only play kingdom cards corresponding to that region. So throughout the game, you'll play these kingdom cards that are representative of your kingdom, and these will increase in terms of sort of power and complexity as you play more of them and you have more rudimentary ones to support the more powerful ones. The other core concept of Yore is going to be beings, which are the creatures or things or pretty much anything that you sort of bring on from your kingdom to help you attack or defend the other player. And these beings are the ones that you'll send through the nexus to your opponent's kingdom, and they will fight, and if they win, they may have a chance to steal the treasure from your opponent's treasury. And one sort of key concept here is that without any other items or abilities to help them, each creature or being can only carry 1 treasure back with it. So it's a kind of core difference from other games. So that creature is able to steal 1 treasure. I'm thinking 20 treasures is a good number for sort of a life total, if you will, for each player, but I haven't decided on that. The game is very, very early in terms of balance, of course, but let's say 20 treasures is what you need to win. So you'll send your creatures through the portal, they'll win, they'll bring back that treasure, and if you do that enough times, you win the game. Now there are other types of cards in Yore, and there are lots of different abilities and things to sort of play with. Another thing that I will get into in some future videos is how combat works in the game. Very different from other games in terms of combat. I think you'll find it fairly interesting. And yeah, I hope you guys find this to be a good introduction to Yore. I know I haven't covered a whole lot of all the concepts, but I will be doing that in future videos, and I hope you'll sort of stay tuned and follow along with me as I develop this game. Again, want to just remind everyone that this is a very, very, very early prototype of the game, and it will change a lot over time as I'm testing this, but I wanted everybody to sort of see this process as I do it, and I hope you'll follow along with me. I have a YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Discord, Twitter. Haven't done the Facebook yet, but that will be up soon as well. And I really hope you'll join me on this journey. I really hope you'll give me your feedback, what you like or don't like about this design. And if you find this interesting, I hope that you will be part of the Yore community. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.